Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is a response to all those men out there that belong to the MGTOW movement, men going their own way, and those men who are saying that, they rather be bachelors for the rest of their lives and, they're really disgruntled, they have bad experiences with women, and they just don't see women around them that they would be prepared to settle down with. So in the case of men going their own way, they don't necessarily shun women, they just don't have long-term relationships. And in the case with people deciding to become bachelors, of course, no woman for them. And so what I would like to say to those guys, okay, and listen very carefully, is that your experience with women, most of you, are women in first world countries. Western women, in first world countries who follow first world culture. Wa alaikum salam, how are you doing? Just give me a second, I'm just busy with the video, but I'll have a look at the book in a minute. No problem, man. Right, so women in first world countries and first world culture. Now, firstly, what I want you to notice is that the vast majority of women in the world are not from first world countries. The vast majority of people are from third world countries. African women, Asian women, Arab women, Russian, Eastern European, okay? They are not from first world countries. So when you go around saying, we don't want to be involved with women, or women are like this and like that, they are feminist and all of that. Feminism is largely a disease of the first world. It's a disease of privilege, disgruntled and unhappy women who have drawn the straw man argument, and have sort of created the image in their mind, really, that they're being oppressed by the patriarchy. Ooh, the patriarchy, okay? And some of these women are well-off women, rich women, and they pretend that they have this crusade where they're advocating on behalf of all women, which is not true, okay? And so firstly, what I want to say to these guys is that your experience of women is probably very limited to your own culture. Most of these guys are American, and maybe a good number of American women are feminists, and maybe a good number of American women will not make good wives, or have been around the block 3 or 5 times, whatever, okay, and I have had multiple sexual partners, etc., etc. That's not true for most women, guys. Okay, that's not true for most African women. That's not true for most Asian women. That's not true for most Japanese women, or Russian woman, or Romanian woman, or Arab woman, or Indian woman. So what I recommend you guys do is get on a plane, right? Go to another country, right? And find yourself a wife, a good wife, a decent wife, a wife that comes from patriarchy, which, by the way, most of the world is still patriarchal, and where they teach responsibility, not privilege, and where they teach women to be supportive to their husbands, not to walk over them, and where they don't teach entitlement and that people should just demand rights constantly. So yeah, the vast majority of women in the world are decent women and would make very good wives, incidentally. So you all are just looking in the wrong places, guys, and then if you do want a decent woman in a Western country, then go for a woman who has a traditional upbringing and is religious, a religious Christian or religious Muslim woman. They generally tend to make relatively decent wives. Or go outside of your culture. That's it. That's what what some of the smarter men do, that's what you should do. There's no such thing as men going their own way. Men have been designed to be with women, and the most fulfilling relationships are the long-term ones. So get back on your horse, man. Don't act like a beaten down dog, and go and conquer the world. Thank you.